Good day everyone. So today po I'll be sharing the 3 Philippine Free Press editorials from the 1920s po. So these articles show us the issues in the Philippine society during the American colonial period, mula sa health, politics, hanggang sa kultura ng mga kabataan. So interesting po siya kasi the Free Press didn't just report news, they also criticize and satirize what was happening. The first article po is the Where the Mosquito is King noong 1921. So, ang Manila po noon ay swampy, puno ng stagnant water, perfect breeding ground po siya ng malaria. So, sa panahon po ng Kastila, the health measures were very poor. Pero nung dumating po yung mga Amerikano, in 1898, they introduced strict health programs. Gumawa po sila ng mga sewers, nag-distribute po sila ng mga quinine, naglinis po sila ng stagnant pools, pati po yung mga mold sa intramuros, pinuno or nilagyan po nila ng petroleum para po mawala po yung mga lamok. Because of that, diseases like malaria and cholera were reduced. At by 1911 po, cholera was even eradicated po. Pero by 1920 po, dahil sa policy ng Philippinization, health administration was transferred to Philippine officials. Sabi ng Free Press, hindi na ganun ka-effective yung mosquito control po. Kaya ang dami pa rin pong lamok or bumalik po yung dami ng lamok noon. At tinawag pa nila itong vampires, turning Manila nights into hells of torment. Ang point dito is, pinapakita po yung concern sa public health at yung doubt ng ilan kung kaya bang panatilihin ng mga Filipino officials yung dating efficiency ng mga Americans po. The second article naman po is the Liberty, Equality, and Fraternity also in 1921. Dito naman po is naglabas ng law ang Philippine Assembly na lahat po ng legislators, active or retired, ay pwede pong magdala ng baril. So, syempre po, marami po yung nag-react, lalo na po yung mga press and constabulary, na gusto pa nga pong i-restrict yung gun licenses. Pero ang mga legislators po is tinuloy pa rin po yung law. So, the Free Press criticized this with heavy sarcasm. Sabi po nila, ayan, now officials can strut with 2 guns strapped on their waist, demanding respect. Parang ang dating po is mas mahalaga sa kanila ang pride at image kaysa public safety. So, dito po makikita po natin yung elitism ng politics noon na kahit democratic ideals ang pinapakita in practice, leaders put themselves above ordinary people po. Finally, the third article po is the Student Returning in 1929. So, ito po is very cultural. So, the Manila po became the center of higher education. So, tuwing pong summer, yung student from the city po would return to their provinces. So, ang Free Press po describe it almost dramatically. The student became the sort of collegiate Caesar admired by everyone in his barrio. So, his clothes, his walk, even the way he's wore his hat po, lahat ginagaya. So, sa mata po ng kababayan niya, para siyang symbol of success. Pero may reminder din po ang Free Press na this administration is temporary. So, sooner or later po, haharap din po yung mga estudyante sa real struggles of life after graduation. Kaya may carpe diem tone po, yung enjoy the moment kasi hindi po siya panghabang buhay. So, these 3 editorials give us the snapshot of the Philippines in the 1920s. Health challenges under shifting governance, elitist politics and lawmaking, and the cultural pride connected with education. The Free Press used satire and irony not just to entertain, but to criticize and question society. Kaya valuable po itong mga writings kasi they shown both the strength and weaknesses of colonial and Filipino leadership at that time. So, that's all. Thank you for listening.